Hi, my name is Ashton.
And my name is Bella.
Today we are going to be giving you a tour of our collection.
We have a number of Funkos, Legos, books, movies, and a bunch of other miscellaneous items.
We might not hit everything in today's video, so if you see something that you like, make sure that you comment down below.
Now we have a lot to show you guys, so let's get to it.
So full disclosure, we do have a 6-month-old kitten, and he might be running around throughout this video, so if you see him, his name is Captain. And this is our bookshelf right here. At the top we have Dr. Squatch soaps, like the Marvel ones, Jurassic Parks, and on the sides we have some of the Star Wars ones. And then right here we have some statues, my favorite being the Odin in the back. I just really like that piece, I think it's awesome. If we go down right here, these are like Stephen King shelf, I'd like to say. So all these back books right here are some of his more notable books. And then I also have some other books like the Wild Robot box set, which I'm a big fan of. Down here, we have some classics like How to Kill a Mockingbird, Of Mice and Men, Animal Farm. And then we also have I think this was a exclusive, spend a certain amount of money and you get that Lego set. His name is Galileo. And then if we go down, we have my manga shelf, which is the Attack on Titans, Berserks. We also have some Assassination Classrooms, and we also have the Funko Pops for the female and the Armored Titan alongside. Down a little further, we have my, I guess, comic book bookshelf. It does have some mangas on the side, like I have some of the One Pieces, I have the Star Wars Rebels and both Deadpools, but I also have like the Injustice and Last Ronin and Marvel Zombies, things like that. And then on the very bottom shelf is my Robert Kirkman shelf. At the very back left, you can see my Invincibles. I have all three compendiums, along with the Invincible universes. And then I have all 16 graphic novels of the Walking Dead books, along with the 2 bonus pieces and the chapter books to go alongside of them. One of them is missing. It's due to the fact that I'm reading it right now, so it's in the living room.
So this is one of my shelves. We kind of wanted to showcase it before we got to the rest of our items. It's little secluded. It's in our bedroom right now. In our top shelf, I really wanted to show off our Pride sets, or my Pride sets that I have. I really like that the Poison Ivy set is kind of glittery and the Batman is very translucent, and that kind of gives both of them a difference, and so they're not the same. I really do like my Tinkerbell, and then as you can tell, my shelf does have a lot of the miscellaneous items. Like my Hot Wheels, I have some Disney ones, and I also have some food items, and then like some Dorable sets that are mystery and stuff like that. Then onto my next part of my shelf, I got Slog with Grub for one of my birthdays with Ashton, and this was one of my first pops that I actually started collecting. I really liked the Wetmore Forest series by Funko because I feel like it was one of their original character series. So I've over the years started getting more of them. Then onto my next set, I have a bunch of DC ones I've been getting, and then my retro toy set, which is like the Candyland ones. I'm really excited about those. I'm only missing one, and I think it's like an Amazon exclusive or something like that, but Ashton may correct me in the comments. This set I have a lot of the little pet shops on here, and then I have some Bambi ones, some more Disney, which then kind of relates into the next 2 shelves, which are more Disney. As you can tell, I really do like Disney. And then I have some Monster High dolls down here, along with in those coffins over there. They've recently started putting out Wave 2, but this down here is Spectra from Wave 1. I recently got that for my birthday as well. As soon as we do inventory day, which I'm sure Ashton will mention as well, we will have those reset up, but since we've moved recently, it just hasn't been set up yet. And then I have a little Hot Wheels that I haven't taken out that are also Monster High, and then this one is like Women's Day because, you know, woman, but yeah. And then I have some Teddy Bears on this side as well.
So on the top of this shelf in our bedroom, we have a lot of Bella's Squishmallows, and we have some more right here and even underneath the shelf and in the closet and more over beside the bed, if you believe it or not. We have a lot of Squishmallows. But we even have more Funko Pops right here as well. And so we have some that goes down right here. And I kind of call these the miscellaneous shelves. Like, as you see, we have TMNT, Transformers, more Transformers right here, Star Wars. I believe we have Rick and Morty and The Walking Dead somewhere as well. And then down below we have more DC, and there is more Marvel even back in these. And these are 4 rows deep too. But in front of all that, you can't see them due to Apollo right here. He is our ball python. And he just chills in his tank. That's all he does. He's very independent. He doesn't need much help. And then right here we have our Disney pins on the wall that are all on display. We love Disney pins, and we even have some that are in a bag separate. So when we go to Disney World, we can trade and not have to worry about the ones that we like being traded. And then finally, underneath this shelf that has the Squishmallows, we have a lot of the Invincible action figures that from the Invincible series that just came out, the Amazon one, not these ones that are based off the comic book, but we have all of the way up to Rexplode and the Mauler twins. So once we get those ones, we're going to have a video going over all of the figures and displaying them. So this is our, I guess, another Funko Pop area. These are the more recent Funko Pops in our collection. We have some of the Funko Fusion ones. These are from the new video game that just came out. And then we have the Ragdoll DC ones, along with just some random DC ones, along with the huge ones that are, I just can't fit anywhere else at the moment. Also with my 3 favorites at the moment being the Invincibles in this little setup right here. If we go down farther though, we get to my Jurassic Park setup, which now Captain is bigger, so he terrorizes them. The T-Rex has something to fear there. And then the BD-1 and the Mjolnir life-size, I guess you would say, Marvel sets and Star Wars sets. And then farther is the Marvel comic book, I guess, Funko Pops. These are all comic accurate. I tried to put them there, but they still are mixed up and mixed around. So one day when we do our Funko inventory, we're going to get them correct and everything and making them look nice.
So this is another shelf we wanted to showcase. On the top layer we have the Bowie from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's one of the ships they fly in. Then we also have Wolverine's hand that Ashton built, and then his claws wouldn't actually fit in our cubicle boxes, so we had to put him on the top shelf. Then we also have our insect build that we wanted to show off. We have the horn beetle, one of the butterflies, and then a praying mantis. I can't remember which one it is. Then on our second layer we have Batman's Batmobile. It's from the animated series, along with Boba Fett and Mando's heads. Then over here we have Star-Lord. He is currently being used as a pen holder right now. And we have the 2 Infinity Gauntlets. Then on the third layer we have some more heads, but these are Star Wars. We have, you know, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, some stormtroopers. There are different kinds. And then on the last layer we have some things that we kind of collected as mystery items, which are like the cows versus aliens, cats versus pickles, and then the elephant series. We've been trying to find the one with Ashton's name on it. And then he also has this Harry Potter series book set, which we thought was really cool since it's a completed series.
Okay, so on this shelf right here, we have like more of my big Funko Pops. Some of the comic covers on the side, you can see which ones I have exactly. But then if you continue on the front, you see I have like the Hydra Stomper, Hulk from Endgame, King Deadpool, Thanos from Guardians of the Galaxy, and even some of the Omni or Brock and Sindri right here. But I do have behind these, give you a little sneak peek real fast, is the Omni-Man and Invincible fight scene, the PX Previews exclusive, which is one of my favorites. I just have these monkeys in the way right now. But yeah, that's what these monkeys are, kind of small mementos, which are along with these right here, are small little things from my past, like these toys and this little Halo guy, just things that I had when I was a kid that I found and held on to. And on the very top of the comic covers is a Miles Morales signed by Ryan Ziegler, I believe his name was, and he is the artist on one of the Miles Morales copies, which I actually got him to make out a signature for me on the comic book as well. If we continue down onto the shelf, I have most of my Justice Leagues here. I did do some organization when we moved in, but I honestly just threw a lot of them in. So when we do Funko Pop inventory, we're gonna have most of the ones that I want to be on display out on this shelf, because I believe they are 3 rows deep in these shelves. They are pretty deep. But continuing down, we have some like Avengers Endgame, and then Infinity Warps on the other shelf. And then some of these right here are like small little metallic Spider-Man figures of Spider-Man and his classic villains and some of his allies as well. They're pretty cool. And then continuing further on, we have the whole Loki shelf. This is Loki season 1, not any of the season 2 pops. And then behind or underneath them, we have the What If pop shelf, which at the time it's just displaying the zombies and the Gamoras, but I have most of the What If series, I think 1, 2, and 3.
So this is our Lego office set. It has a lot of Easter eggs, including the stapler inside of the Jello. There's also the Homer Simpson, and if you noticed with the cast of characters, Andy's not included because he is currently at anger management with the hole in the wall. This set is sitting on our entertainment center, which also has our PS5 and our PSVR 2, and then Aragog from Harry Potter, who kind of watches over all of our things right here.
So on this shelf, it's another Funko Pop shelf, mostly Marvel. At the very top, we have more of our big Funko Pops that we can't store, including the new GameStop exclusive Bane. And then we also have like more ones like Eitri, the big Arishem in the back right here, and then Werewolf by Night Pops over there. But if we continue down, we get into more, like I said, it's not organized, but they have Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness up here. We have some Thor Ragnaroks right here. We have Deadpools, and we also have more of the bitty pops like Marvel, Star Wars, a TMNT, and then right here is some Ant-Man pops and some Batman. It's like the retro Batman along with some animated series. Continuing farther down, we have some Thor Love and Thunder and more Deadpool pops. And then at the very bottom is a very unorganized shelf, but it contains pops from like Captain America First Avenger and Winter Soldier, Spider-Man Far From Home, even Spider-Man, the Marvel Spider-Man 2 that just came out. So it's very unorganized, but when we have our Funko Pop inventory, it's going to be very more put together.
So down here we have our Pokemon collection. It's currently in binders, and in a later video we're going to show you guys what's in them, along with like pulling some cards for you. Then we're going to start off showing with the TV series. We have The Office. We also have Last of Us and The Walking Dead. On top of that we have Spider-Man. We also have some Deadpool, and then the DC movies, including like Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad. Then above that we have Star Wars, also Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, along with the Rise of the Apes movies. We also have our Marvel set, and some of my favorites are like Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. I also really like the Wakanda Forever movie, along with up here we have Thor Love and Thunder. We also have some horror movies, like this one is my favorite, Quiet Place Part 2. Then we also have some steelbooks on this side, including like Andor, which was a really good Star Wars show if you guys haven't watched it already. So on this side, these are some of my favorite movies. I also really like the Barbie movies. This is one of my childhood movies. Also like Spirit, I brought that from home. Then we have like Pirates of the Caribbean. Down here we also have some Christmas movies along with like Shrek and Shark Tale. Then we have our Nintendo Switch games, which we do have a Switch. It's on the Entertainment Center. We also have some 360 games. One of my favorites are the Viva Pinatas. We also have Xbox Ones, along with the Xbox 360 Lego series. One of my favorite Xbox One games is honestly The Sims. I play that almost every day. And then down here we have more Lego series, but they're in the Xbox One kind, and then we have PS4 and some PS5 games. I really liked the Horizon Zero Dawn and I'm currently playing the second one.
So on top of this little bookshelf area, we have our Jurassic World and Jurassic Park Legos. We have some dinosaurs and then the classic characters like Owen and Claire, and then at the very beginning it was like Ellie Sattler. But if we continue down, we have some Marvel 80th anniversary pops, and my favorite ones being like Electro and Kingpin right there at the little bit lower. And down right here though, we start to get into our WandaVisions, and it being like the 70s and 80s versions, and then slowly digressing into the X-Men's and everything like that. Continuing further, we get into some of the Into the Spider-Verse series that starts to go into the Across the Spider-Verse series, and then it's just kind of mixed match like the Avengers game and like a random rainbow art series, Thanos and Punisher. And then along the side, as we were going down, you probably saw the Pocket Pops and things like that.
So this is another one of my shelves. I have a lot of memorabilia on here. This spells out my name right here. I got this when I was born. Then I also had the Winnie the Pooh Lego set up here. Down to the second shelf, this is more memorabilia and also some ASMR things, which I'm going to show you guys later. Down here, then I have more books and a lot of like mini Lego sets, like the mini Disney Castle and mini Ariel's Castle. And in this book, there's also like the Legend series, along with like The Handmaid's Tale. I forgot about that one over there. That's a really good series. Then down here I have the Vampirate series, along with like mini Disney figures and Harry Potter figures, like a mini castle. It was in a poly bag. And then we have Doodle Bob, obviously. And down here is my favorite part of this shelf. It is my Zelda shelf. I have some Zelda comics from the Twilight Princess series. Then I also have like Breath of the Wild. I have Skyward Sword, little amiibo figures, and a deck of cards, which is really cool. I got this for a birthday as well.
Okay, so this is our Lego table. As you can tell, it's obviously very cluttered due to the lack of room, but we have 2 tables worth, and so we wanted to fit as much as we could on this table. And so we honestly have a couple different segments and parts, so we're going to start over here on the left side, being the Minecraft area. We had a couple different sets and we couldn't get them as well organized as we want. As you can tell, we have a water section right next to a jungle and nether section. It's just all mixed matched and in there, but we have representation and that's all that matters. And then as you slowly go into the right, we have our Marvel section with Surtur and Thor battling, and then some Loki on a Spider-Man area. And then continuing farther, you can see our Iron Mans in the background and all of our minifigures continuing through, like Arnim Zola and Doctor Strange, all of our Spider-Man figures, a very big number of them. And then you can see our Hulkbuster and the Sanctum Sanctorum, along with the Statue of Liberty head and the Sandman built together. The Avengers Endgame battle segment right there, and Arishem with some of the Guardians and Eternals, just as the space section. Continuing further though, you'll start to see some Thor Love and Thunder, and then finally for the Marvels, the X-Men series right at the very front of the table, which Captain, if he can, likes to try and mess with them, which we don't want that. But further on into the right, we have our Star Wars section that starts to continuously take over the table. I tried to have it so the left to right was kind of chronological. So on the left, as you can see, it's Clone Wars era with our clones bleeding into Han Solo and the Empire era, and then finally going into the Mando era, which is after Empire. But some First Order troopers are in there due to the fact that I found some in my collection. And then we have the Ahsoka, the new battle set with Admiral Thrawn and Ezra at the very front. And we, as you saw, you probably saw some of the Marvels still in there. But yeah, all of the sets are in the back, like Dagobah, the AT-ST, some Clone Wars era tanks. And then as we continue to the right, we go to our city sets. that have like a farm in the background, and I tried to have some little like story going here. So there's a farm obviously, but there's just so much that I tried to fit in here. And then we have like a space diner that was in the middle of like a carnival-esque area with a shark in the background and some food trucks, and there's a little even carousel on the right there next to a Lego store. You gotta have a Lego store in your Lego city. You know, it just makes sense. They gotta be able to do something. And then continuing on, you just see a whole bunch more, like a cop police training section, and then bleeding into the new jungle sections that just started coming out this past couple months, like the crocodiles and the tiger and the red panda, whole bunch of stuff. And then we start to get into Bella's Disney Legos, and so she has like, I believe it's, we have the 100 camera and the Sesame Street, along with the caricature thing that she could build and hang up on the wall. I'm pretty sure you guys saw. She also has the Horizon Zero Dawn tall neck Lego set with Aloy, and it's one of the Raptor-esque robotics. I can't remember the name of it, so comment down below what the name of that is. But also we have the Animal Crossing, isn't that what it is? The Animal Crossing Lego sets that just started coming out. Not all of them, but we do have some. We tried to build like a little area going on with the birthday party and the beach segment, and then even a little salon area in the back of the Friends set. So just a whole bunch going on this table, but we tried to fill as much as we can in. So right above our Lego table, we have a shelf that has all of our DC figures on there. And we have some classics like the Catwoman and the Batman on the top, as you can see, going into Batgirl and Riddler. We also have some of the Oswald Cobblepots and everything like that. We also have Barry Allen Flash and Jay Garrick Flash, Aquaman, Mr. Freeze and Man-Bat in the back, Lex Luthor, and they just revealed a couple new sets that I'm very excited to add onto it with a Two-Face and things like that. So I'm very excited. The more the merrier with DC sets.
So underneath our Lego table, we actually have a Lego organizer, and this is where we kind of keep all of like our weapons, our spare pieces, and sets that we don't really need or want to have out. Including like full built Legos, including like Black Widow. I think we have another one of her out, so that's why she's away right now. Then we also have a whole bunch of sets that we still need to build, including one of the new polybags that just came out. And then I have this Legend of Zelda set that is a 2-in-1 that I'm super excited to build, and Ashton's gonna help me build a whole bunch of these as well, that we're gonna do time-lapse videos for you guys and we'll upload really soon.
So right here, I'm working on a couple of like old Lego boxes that I had from my garage when I moved out, and I'm going through the pieces and sorting out the pieces I want, like actual full characters that I found, Lego hands, heads, torsos, just actual like equipment that I can use that I would want. And then right here are all the spare pieces that are going to go in the big gray tub underneath. At some point we're going to have organizers that have all the pieces, but for right now, big gray tub works for us. Well, that does it. We hope you all enjoyed our tour.
Please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll catch you guys next time. The staple,